my name is Mark and welcome to my channel. Join me all year round, week in, week out, come rain or shine, and together we'll be fishing for pleasure. Morning troops, another day, another river, and today is what I call a bonus session. Yeah, we were doing a bit of DIY yesterday, shampooing the carpets. I thought she's got loads of work for me cut out. I'm in 2 days off here. So I was sitting down last night, she said, "You going fishing tomorrow?" Daft question, weren't it? So I've got a bonus session I wasn't expecting. So I'm out on the local river and straight away I'm going to have a moan and a gripe. Now it's obvious someone's been fishing in here, and I'll tell you why it's obvious, which is not a problem. I'm a great believer in open access day ticket waters. I'm not an elitist, I don't go in for syndicates or anything like that. There are a couple of club waters I've fished that have no publicity clauses, which I don't mind, you know, that's their thing, that's fine, I don't have a problem with that. But if you're going to eat your mini cheddars and then you're going to open your bloody dead bait packets on the bank, put the wrappers in the freaking bin, will you? What's the matter with yous? You're animals. You know, these are the same people that would be straight on the old keyboards moaning about all sorts, having a pop at 14-year-old kids for not holding a fish properly or not having an unhooking mat, and you know, but it's alright for them to just drop litter willy-nilly wherever they feel like it. I absolutely hate it, and it's not old litter. I mean, that's a problem with getting open access waters. You'll find lots of old litter. You know, if you do a bit of gardening, all of a sudden you find plastic bottles or glass bottles or tins from like 3 or 4 years ago hidden in the undergrowth. But this is fresh stuff, so there's no excuse for it. If you want to go fishing, you want to enjoy the countryside, yeah, act accordingly. You know what I mean? Jesus, it ain't difficult. You bring it with you, take it home with you. That's me moan. Yeah, no, it really does boil my blood. It really does. You know, as I said, there's absolutely no call for dropping litter, and it's not like it's an accident. Even if you drop it by accident, you still know you've dropped it. If it's a bit windy, you still go after it and pick it up. It really is annoying. So that's me one gripe and moan out of the way with. It's a beautiful, glorious morning. I say this is a bonus session. Obviously this swim has seen a bit of activity. There's plenty of muddy footprints. Bank's quite slippery. I'm going to fish here for an hour or two at the most. If I don't have any joy, I shall move up or downstream. I'll have a little look around. And what I do when I have a little look around is I don't take the receivers with me or anything like that. I just reel in all 3 rods and go and have a walk. I mean, you're not walking far, are you? 500 to 700 metres or something. You know, I mean, it's have a walk along. I'll have a walk along, see if there's a virgin swim that hasn't been disturbed. I don't mind doing a bit of gardening and a bit of reed cutting and clearing out if it's going to enable me to fish. I was looking at a swim this morning in the dark. I fancied it, but when the water's this high, it's a nice level. It's not, I haven't dropped it down to a winter level yet. It's a nice level. It's quite a restrictive swim. No matter how much cutting out and gardening you do, you're going to be restricted to 2 rods. But I know for a fact, I fished it before, come January, when the water's down, you'll be able to walk out and have the whole swim open out for you. So that's one I'm put in the top pocket for later in the year. Yes, I'll have a little walk around, probably go downstream. There's another swim I fancy, but get a lot of tractors turning around there and in and out of there, and I don't want to risk the motor, so, but we'll see. I say we're going to have a couple of hours here. If there's no joy or no cigar, then we shall be having a look, changing swims. A change of swim, maybe a change of fortune. It's been a good opening to the season for me so far. I've had plenty of decent fish. I've had a 20 under my belt, so that's the monkey off my back for the year. Hopefully we'll get a few at a few different venues. But I say this is just a bonus session. I mean, I'm going to fish here for a couple of hours. If I've got no joy, I'm going to move, fish for another couple of hours, and I might even be home for lunchtime to get a few brandy points. So we'll see how the day pans out. Very warm still. It's only 8-9 degrees when I come out this morning, so it's not there's no frost, there's no wind. It's absolutely uninterrupted blue skies above us. So I think it'll probably get quite mild. Got a couple of ice packs in my cool bag, keep my dead baits fresh, and we'll see what the morning brings, eh? So welcome to another day's dead baiting for pike. We're going to have a, as I say, it's a bonus session, so everything we catch today is a bonus, and that's a bonus session. I mean, I don't even know if it'll if it'll make it to the light of day, the video. You know, because I'm quite happy just sitting here for a couple of, as I say, for a couple of hours, moving, trying somewhere else for a couple of hours, just to find out if there's any fish around. You know, it's a lovely morning. Better than sitting in the house, better than doing DIY, and definitely better than working. So let's crack on. Let's catch some pike. Well, that was a rescue mission. Sometimes the smaller ones give you more grief. It bolted so fast under the reed bed I couldn't stop it. So good job. Got plenty of waterproofs on, wellies, etc. Look at the size of it. It's off from the footage. I had to actually get in the reed bed and pull it all out. But I got the little devil. He's healthy, he's wealthy, he's definitely wiser. I've left him in the net to recover for a good 10 minutes. I'm going to put him back there, give him the freedom he deserves. So we're off the mark. Had one run on a bigger bait from a jack. I don't know if it was this fella, but he took the paternoster smelt. So let's get him back. Hopefully he'll grow on to be a big one. Well, we've moved swims and straight away we're into a fish. Paternostered smelt, but she's been in the wars. Look at the fin damage there. Got some tail damage. Look at tail damage, fin damage. I don't know if that's cormorants, big pike or otters, but she's definitely had some damage to her. But I think she's beautiful. She's smiling for the camera. Going to get her back, see if we can get amongst some of the bigger girls, but they're all beautiful. And sizes and everything. Let's go. How many more cliches can we have? That's what she said. Let's get it back. Yes, as I said, we've moved swim. Always the little ones that cut you. Going to put some antiseptic hand wash on that now. Nearly said mouthwash. Hand wash on that now. You never know. Rats and all sorts, so get it treated. That's the best thing. But yes, so we moved swim. It was obvious that the swim had seen a lot of action. And I decided that I'd had one run off a jack, so I decided that the fish there had been pressured too much in the last week or two. So I moved a couple of 100 metres away, cut out virgin swim again. Took me an hour, but I think it's worth it. You know, if you're fishing day ticket waters, you have a few results in them, you're going to get pressure, you're going to get people turning up and fishing them. I don't mind that. I'd rather anglers were on the bank than people up to no good. So, and the pike won't put up with it either, so you know, if there's too much pressure they'll just disappear and go somewhere else. So it's you know, it's what you expect. First, you know, you get to mid-October, you're going to expect every day ticket venue to have seen lots of anglers on the bank. It's that mad rush. Pike season's here. You get loads and loads of people out on the bank. Once that bad weather kicks in, and it will kick in, once it gets cold and everything, then it's down to us old diehards and young diehards. So being a diehard angler just can only do your age, you know what I mean, or your experience. It's just your enthusiasm and eagerness to get out there. And if you're out there in all weather, thumbs up to you. So yeah, we're off the mark in a new swim, and I'm going to fish this swim till about 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I might move again. If it doesn't produce anything, I might move further downstream. I'll keep working my way downstream, leapfrog in the day, every 500 metres a pop, and see how we get on. Right, let's get this rod back out. The trace looked a bit curly, so I might actually change the trace. Can have a look at it now and then I'll make my mind up. So here's the change of swim, and we've got on the left hand side of the swim as a feature, very, very big reed bed. That's where the first fish come from, the paternostered smelt. So that's that feature there. So we can go along that to a certain degree. I mean, all of a sudden then you've got your line being impeded by the reed, so can't go too far there, but got plenty of water to explore out towards the mid-channel, sort of like from 12 o'clock right round to 9 o'clock, you know what I mean? So it's on the clock face, so you've got plenty of water there. Can keep one by that reed bed, that's not too bad at all. Little rod is in the middle of the swim, a little bit further out than the other two, just by the drop off where it drops from 9 foot to about 11. And we have a feature in the swim, a clump of reeds there, so I can fish to the left of it. And with my right hand rod, I'm fishing to the right of it, along the right hand reed bed, and I can go right along there. So that's a great feature to the right hand rod. Got a mid swim feature as well. It was like a mill pond when I set up. The wind's starting to breeze, is starting to gently pick up, blowing into this bay a bit, so that'd be handy. And clouds cover starting to move in as well. Let's hope this stretch of the river hasn't as much pressure as the rest. For the opening of the season, we'll endeavour to catch you some pike. Well, 20s are like buses, aren't they? 21.5. They're getting bigger every trip. Ooh, bit weedy in my mouth. Very lively. Didn't put up hardly any fight, so just going to turn her around, pick her up on my preferred hand. Oh, come on. That's it. Calm down, girl. Ooh, look at the size of her. She is absolutely beautiful. She is huge. I've got another run, I've got to go. Unhook this one in the water to show you quickly, get it back. It's a lovely fish, paternoster smelt again, and then we'll get the 20 back. Whew. There we go, not a double take, lip hooked, unhooked with a hand. Them single hooks, oh, I play a blinder when they're working, bigger fish, it's absolutely fantastic. We'll get this one back quickly and have a look at the other one. Woohoo! None the worse for wear. We get her back. Oh, and we'll get her back. £21, 5 ounces. Absolute monster. Absolute beast. Let's get her back. Whoa ho 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 ho! Well, there you go, troops. That's the importance of ploughing your own furrow. I firmly believe that. So if a swim or a stretch have had produced some decent fishing, there's a lot of pikers on there, and it sees a lot of action. The pike just move away. They're not daft. I mean, don't get me wrong. If a pike sees a bait in front of it and it's hungry, it's going to eat it. They're not very riggy and things like that, but angling pressure, yeah, they know, of course they notice it. They notice your footfall on the bank. They notice you're up above on the skyline. They notice the noise. They notice all the lines going through the water. If someone is receiving a lot of attention, go somewhere else. There's an old saying, pike thrive on neglect. So you've got to really, you've got to put yourself about a bit. You can't fish the same old swims. Now, I've had 2 20s this week. Hopefully there's going to be some more. I've had 2 20s this week, both from swims that have never been fished before. I've cut them out myself. Effort equals reward, I know it's hard, if someone catches a 30 or a 20 and it's quite close to you, you think, oh, I fancy some of that, I'll be on that stretch. Don't work out that way. The pike know the pressure's on and they just go, they go somewhere else, So don't be afraid to try new swims, try new stretches, try new venues. I know I said in my earlier video, one of my earlier videos, how to catch big pike, master a venue or two. But you've got plenty of scope within that venue. If it's a river, you've got miles and miles. Rivers are not 100 yards wide, are they? 100 yards long. Rivers are miles long. And there are some places that don't see a rod and line ever. That's where the pike thrive. You've got to be a bit of a pioneer when it comes to hunting down these big pike. You've got to put the effort in, and you do put the effort in. You don't always get the rewards, but when it does, boom, the adrenaline. Now that pike didn't put up a fight at all coming in. Came in like a bream, and it wasn't until it was on the bank it was very, very lively. And I got a run on the other rod, as you saw. So all I did was I zipped up my retention sling, put my retention sling in the margins, played the other fish in, and we're laughing. 2 pike caught, 2 pike returned safely, one of them at £21, 5 ounces. Don't make my videos for the approval of other people. I make them because I enjoy making them. So if I can pass on a few bits here and there and a few snippets to people, then so be it. They enjoy the beautiful scenery, the nature, the fish. It's a whole package. That's why I love fishing. I love photography, and making videos was just the next step in the evolution. Single hooks, single baits, hook through the nose. Again though, the 20's fall into the same tactic. Static dead, herring about 5 inches long, hook through the nose, injected with some sardine oil. was in the water, not even 5 minutes. Bosh, he was away. Woo, well earned cuppa. Well, another decent fish. Not as big as the one before. Again, legend, static dead. Very lively. Calm down, it's alright. Calm down, it's okay, it's okay. It's alright. Decent fish. It's a nice double. Plenty of weight there in the stomach. Beautiful fish. What a way to end the chat. It happened so quick I didn't have the time to put my head camera on. I think I got it filmed from behind. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Real beauty, real beauty. Gonna give her a little weigh with my magic scales, and then, because she's nice and heavy, she's, I reckon, about 14. Let's see how my guesstimation works out. Well, I was out 15.1, £15 and 1 ounce, so not too bad, not too shabby at all. She's very lively. She didn't put up much of a fight in the water, and then they get on the bank, they go potty. We're going to get this beautiful girl back. I always roll up my sling real tight, so there's no chance of anything going wrong there, and we'll get her back. And look at her, she's already keen and eager to go back. Yeah. There you go, darling. I'll hold on to her tail just till she's ready, and she's ready, and she's off. 15.1. Ooh, 15.1, returned safely. She did have another set of trebles in her. Obviously I don't use trebles, but she had a set of trebles in her. That's not criticism of anyone. That's that happens. It's fishing. You know, it's all the will in the world. You can't always legislate for zebra mussels. It could be anything that's snapped the line or caused that set of trebles to be there. So, but when you do catch a fish, give it a good check over. And I almost didn't spot them at first. They were barely hanging on the bottom of the gill rake there. I noticed a swivel at first. Oh, what's that swivel? That's not mine. And I realised it was a trace leading up into a gill rake. So that, not a problem. Got it out easy as pie. And she's happy. And obviously it hadn't perturbed her too much. She was quite eager to wolf down my herring. So, you know, there's not, you know, all the will in the world. We're, you know, you're trying to catch fish that are wild, untamed and free, and you've got not only got to battle fish, you've got to battle the elements and the conditions, and, you know, accidents happen, and nothing you can do about it. It's just the nature of the beast. I mean, if you're that concerned, the pike police and people like that who go overboard on these types of things, you shouldn't really be fishing, should you? I mean, I can understand it. If I've had it in the past where I've taken spinners out of pike and stuff like that, and you can see they're attached to like 6 pound mono. You know, that's just not on. But they're no criticism of anyone who's a trace there. Got it out. She's healthy. She was eating. She had a good appetite on her. She wolfed down my herring, no problem, and she swam away really healthy as well. So everyone's a winner. I'm really enjoying myself. I can't shut up, can I? Bom, 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 bom. But it's nice to catch backup fish. You know, you're not going to catch, when you're going out, you're not going to catch big fish, 20s all the time. That just doesn't happen. And I get just as chuffed, just as happy catching fish of any size. You know, I like pike fishing. I love it. And that was a lovely fish, 15 pound one. I expected it to be a bit more, but 15 pound, I mean a bit less. I guesstimated it at 14, didn't I? But she was 15.1. Obviously she had a nice weight there to her stomach, you know. Back end of the year, come February, March, she'll be another 20. And you know, we've released her, got the old hooks out of her, fresh as a daisy, and she's off and happy. So are we. Let's go and catch some more pike. Look at her. She spotted one of my discarded deads in the margin. She keeps coming back for it. But she's too scared of me, just too scared of me to dive for it. There she comes again, look at her. She can see the discarded herring in the margin. She's desperate for it, but it's in between two of my rods, so here she comes back. Down there between the left hand rod and the middle rod. And she's off. Oh, well troops, it's that time of day again. It's almost dark. We've had a cracking day out. We've had some, two stonking fish. I just checked on my playback and my stills, and I chopped the top tail off the 15.1. It weren't the best bit of filming ever. I had the sun straight in my eyes. I just moved all my unhooking station and camera set up round to get out of the wind. I bodged that a bit. I do apologise. But it's been a cracking day, apart from me moaning and groaning and bitching. Other than that, it's been a brilliant day. I do apologise for going on, but sometimes, as I said earlier, sometimes you've got to vent. Some big westerlies kicking in apparently over the weekend, so I think I've done well to get out today, because the whole weekend's going to be a write-off for me. get a few brownie points and do a few things at home, I think. And it goes without saying, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. You know, the channel's growing from strength to strength. You know, the subscribers are up to well over 7,000 now. We're got a nice, good community. So I like to keep things pleasant and easygoing and light-hearted most of the time. Sometimes when you come across litter and other things, you just got to say something, ain't you? Well, I can't bottle it up. You know, if something needs to be said, I say it. But as I say, we've had some great fish. The two big ones both fell to the static deads. 20 I had a few days ago, that fell to the static dead. Paternostered rigs are still taking fish, nice fish as well. But all the big ones this week have come out on static deads, and they've been a whole herring, 5 inches. I don't use anything bigger than 5 inches because I only use, I'm not going to get on about single hooks or something, that's all I use, so I have to keep the baits in proportion with the hooks. You know, if I start going big sardines, and they're the best bait, but I've always said it, big sardines catch you big fish, but they're no good. I can't use them because of the style I'm fishing now. But I'm going to go home with a smile on my face again this week, which is great. It takes a little while for these videos to get edited and put out there, so I do apologise if you're seeing this very late, but you have a week off and you visit a few venues. Some of them don't pan out, some of them do, and I put the success I've had this week down to one thing and one thing only: the willingness to fish a swim that's never been fished before. Well, a swim that didn't exist. I've made the swims myself. The 2 swims I've had out, 20s out this week, I've cut the swims out myself. First one in the dark. Today I was a bit lazy. I went into a swim that I'd had a good session in before. It's obviously someone had been fishing in there because of the footprints and the litter, so it's obviously seen a bit of pressure. So I made a very early decision, up sticks and move, and again I've cut out a virgin swim, and I've had a 20 out of it. The pike ain't daft, you know. If there's pressure, they'll move away and come off the pressured areas. I know it's easier said than done, but you know, just step back a bit, get off the pressured area, and chances are you'll find the fish. Needless to say, if I catch anything big, anything huge, anything small, it will be on the end of this video. You know, it's all about fishing after all at the end of the day, so the fish action always, if we get some, will be on the video. But just in case I don't catch anything else and I sit here till dark, I'd really like to thank every single one of you for watching. Comments, the likes, the views, the subscriptions, it all means a great deal to me. I'm really happy, really chuffed my channel is growing, and hopefully we'll grow together. Thanks for watching, troops, and I'll see you on the bank real soon. Tight lines. Well, I'm slowly packing up. The moon is rising. The sun has set over a damn fine week, a damn fine session today.